Just using StreamYard the whole time.
Live streaming is on.
Okay, let's see. It says we're live on YouTube, but I'm not seeing the picture there yet. There we go. Okay, so yes, we are live on YouTube. And let's see. I'm waiting for the captain to come on. Sounds like when the bong on the airplane and the captain's like, "This is your captain speaking." But all right, that's a great way to start the show. Now I'm completely lost in what I'm doing.
I'm still waiting for the chat to pop up because I can't even find it yet.
Well, Snob did.
Oh, there it is.
He's out there in the chat on the YouTube side. So welcome to This Week Unloaded. Oh, there's MKGO. He's out there now.
I finally saw him get in the chat.
Tonight, so far, we have Stacy with us. How are you tonight? God damn, I can't talk tonight.
Hey, if you're going to be stuck with one panelist, I mean, at least it's me.
Yeah, true.
Well,
it's more like 1.5 panelists because Snob's behind you, trying to hijack your link like he always does.
He's over there being a smart aleck. I would get the taser out, but it scares my poor beagle, so I guess I won't.
Speaking of pets, we still have not deduced what happened to the fish. So there's your update on the fish for tonight. We're not going to go into this for 20 minutes like we did last night.
I must have missed that conversation.
Oh, you did. 20 minutes we were talking about how my wife's beta fish disappeared.
Cat ate it.
Cat did not eat it. Cat can't get into the aquarium. If the cat would have gone to the aquarium, we would have known it. Because the aquarium would have been spilled everywhere.
Braden had a little tiny bunny rabbit that he found outside. And I had it in one of those totes with the little flip lids that flip down. And I went in to go check on it one day, and it was gone. I think I went to go show somebody, and it was gone. They can be pretty sneaky on getting into crap.
No, the way this aquarium was made, there's no way the cat got in it without knocking the aquarium over. It's made so the cats can't get in it. I mean, the most they could have done was flipped up the door that the food goes in, but then the water was so far down it couldn't reach its paw down in far enough. Like I said, the only way that fish was going to get out of there because of the cat was if the cat would have knocked the aquarium over.
Then unless it just disintegrated, I mean, something happened to it.
Yeah, no idea what. Buck's out there now. And he's still insisting that I flushed the fish. That did not happen.
Oh. I don't know.
It's just one of those things. Yeah. But yeah, we talked about that for 20 minutes last night.
I must have missed part of it. I mean, well, because when you went live, I was still, at the graduation party and still doing cleanup and all that.
That was at the beginning of the show. That was like the first thing we talked about. we went on for 20 minutes. MKJL was in the chat laughing because when we hit the 15-minute mark, and then we still went on for like another 5 minutes after that.
So where's Pat? We can always have another cattle talk.
He's got a link, but he's like Jason. He works too much.
It's fun when Pat get on there because we can talk cattle.
Yeah, we done that enough. Buck says he'll be in a minute.
Which I seen TikTok the other day. I was showing Snob this video, and this guy has a calf in the car with him. And it's over there, by his head and stuff and kind of nudging his head and stuff. And I'm like, look. I said, why can't I have a calf that does this? Why can't I have a calf as a pet? He won't let me have a calf for a pet. I should go buy one of those miniature calves or whatever and just tell him it's going to be my pet.
Yeah, just get one of those little pigs. Then you can not only would it be a pet, it would also be a garbage disposal. Dual purpose pet. Or get one of them pet goats. Oh, I mean sheep. Ozzy says he had Oscars back in the day. They had a lot of goldfish disappear. Yeah, that'll happen. The thing with the beta, though, you keep them by themselves. There's a very few fish that you can put them in the same aquarium with, and it's got to be a bigger aquarium. She has a small little 3-gallon aquarium, so you don't want to put anything else in a 3-gallon tank. Maybe an algae eater with the beta, because the beta will kill it. They're extremely territorial. There's like one species of freshwater, the small little catfish that you could put in with them. The one type of algae eater you could put up in there with them. The one type of frog, because they don't see the little frogs as a threat because they're not fish, apparently. And then there's like one of the snails you can put in there with them, and that's it. You really don't want to put anything else in with a beta.
The only way I would have fish, because I don't see the point of having fish, but the only way I would have fish would be to have a saltwater tank. If I would have fish, I want to have exotic stuff in there.
Well, you can get exotic freshwater fish. And
I know, but I want stuff like, like the jellyfish or, or not jelly. Is it, maybe it, no, maybe it is jellyfish. I don't know if one of those ones or, just those cool looking ones that are just amazing to look at.
Yeah, the saltwater tanks are a pain in the ass to take care of.
Yeah, I know.
Most people that have the really big saltwater tanks, they have somebody that comes in and takes care of it for them because how much of a pain in the ass it is.
His aunt, when she got married, he had a saltwater tank, and that's what he did. He had someone come in and like once a week, and they would take care of everything on the tank and stuff.
Yeah,
and that was what he did, was have someone come in to do it.
Yeah, that's the easiest way, because you got to make sure you have the salinity, the correct level, depending on what fish you have. Different fish have different salinity levels, different levels of pH, and all this other crap that you got to keep an eye on. So when you got saltwater fish, it's just easier to have somebody else do it who's a professional.
Yeah.
And it takes money. Lots of money to take care of a saltwater tank. You can get, like I said, you can get an exotic freshwater tank, and it'll cost you, over the life of that tank, a fourth to a third of what it would cost, the same size saltwater tank would cost you. And you can get just as pretty a fish and stuff in there.
Yeah. But other than that, I don't see the point of keeping fish. I mean, if I'm going to have a pet, I want a pet that I can, actually, pet or hold or do stuff with. And
it's relaxing. That's why when you go to doctor's offices, they'll have an aquarium, because it's relaxing. It helps to relax watching the fish swim around. And she had it because she would go up there, she'd sit in a chair and read while the fish will swing around, and it, it's relaxing.
Yeah, the whole process of keeping the aquarium clean and all that stuff would be annoying.
Well, she only cleaned it like once a month. It wasn't like she had to clean it every time you turn around, because she only had the one fish in there, and it was easy to feed.
I remember my ex, when I was a teenager, had I don't remember. I think it's called a red devil fish. I don't remember if that's correct.
Yeah, it might be. So, sounds
But
familiar.
it used to be. I mean, he had to be careful, like what other fish he had in there, because
Yeah.
it was like constantly eating the other fish.
Yeah, that you gotta watch, especially with those Asian, the ones that come from like the Asian rivers over in like Thailand and that there, which is where the beta comes from. The beta, they originally called them a Siamese fighting fish, but somewhere along the line, somebody said that was racist. You know, so.
Well, nowadays, anything you say is racist, no
Mhm.
matter what it is.
As he says with Oscars, a dozen goldfish and a 12-pack of beer is an interesting evening. That's like going to the fights and watching the Oscars just kill the goldfish, because that's exactly what will happen. The Oscars will just tear the goldfish apart. Yep, Seven's out there.
Seven. She has. Hey, just saying, the daughter has graduated, but she's not quite 18 yet, so you still have to keep your distance.
Well, he's got a link too, but he never jumps in anybody's shows anymore.
He's a bum.
He's a bum.
He's a
You're
bum.
a bum. You're a bum, Rocky. You're a bum, Rock. You're a bum. God, now you got me doing Burgess Meredith. What's wrong with you?
Kingpin hasn't even answered my text. Jerk.
He was briefly at Scotsman's, and then he disappeared from over there. So he's been working a lot too.
Yeah, so every so often he takes a little slight break from YouTube every now and then.
Mm-hmm. It's like when he drove up here last weekend. We went out to eat, and then he drove home. He's here for a couple hours, and he drove home. It's like, dude, you can spend the night. You don't have to drive all the way back home. You worked all day. You know, recline in the love seat or couch, whatever, lay down, go to sleep for a little while. Jesus Christ. He's like, no, I'm going to go to home and go to bed. It's just like at midnight, he had a 2.5, 3 hour drive to get back to Baltimore. So,
I'm about to have a really long drive. That trip we're taking, just the route alone is a little over 3,000 miles. And that's not including the driving we're going to do in Yellowstone and around.
oh, yeah, it's like that when we went to Gettysburg. Gettysburg wasn't as far a drive as what you're taking to get there, but once you're there, you're driving everywhere.
Well, we changed the route a little bit when we leave. So instead of a 17-something, a little over 17-hour drive straight through to get to Cody, Wyoming, we taking a different way, and we're going to go up and see Mount Rushmore, which I've never seen. So we're going to go up. So it's adding like 3 hours to the first day.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're doing the scenic route that way. Going up through the Dakotas.
Yeah, I've never been in South Dakota, and I've never seen Mount Rushmore, so it'll be interesting. But it's going to be a long drive that first day.
Oh, yeah.
Especially straight through. We decided we'd just drive it straight through.
Yeah, we were in Gettysburg for 3 days. Just once you get to Gettysburg, it's like anywhere you go, you're driving to get around. Then you drive, get out, walk, look around, get back in the car, drive to the next spot.
Well, we're going to spend 2 nights in Cody, Wyoming. And the first day we'll probably get there. Won't get there till like 3 or so. So we're going to go check in. Him and Braden's going to go to that Buffalo Bills museum thing. And me and Cody's going to go downtown and go shopping in those little shops down there. And then Tuesday we're going to go to the park and stuff. And then Tuesday night we're going to go to the nightly rodeo they have, because they have a nightly rodeo from like June till like September.
Now, are they going to the Wild West Show Museum or the Firearms Museum?
I don't know. Is that Buffalo Bills? I don't know.
Because you got the Cody Firearms Museum, and then you have the Wild West Show Museum.
I think it's the Wild West one.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's one of them.
Yeah, the Firearms Museum, that rivals J.M. Davis in size. They got a shit ton of guns there, too.
Yeah, I don't know if they'll be able to make both of them because we probably won't get there till like 3. And I know one of the museums closed at 6. If we looked it up. But
Yeah,
so,
right before COVID hit, they did a lot of renovating on the firearms museum too, and they made it bigger. And you go downstairs if they let you downstairs. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Sometimes you have to have an appointment. But they got these wall displays. It's like flipping pages in a book. You're just flipping through racks of firearms like a book. Big wood and glass cases.
yeah. Well, I just know last time I was in Cody, there was some really, the downtown shop area and stuff, which just looked really cool. And I never got a chance to go shopping down there. So I'm not even going to the museum at all. I'm all about going into those little shops. And I don't like the shop, but those little towns that have those like really cool little downtowns, those I like to go to.
Yeah, Gettysburg's that way. You probably like going there because it got all the like little shops that sell like Civil War themed stuff and whatnot.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Still just you on the panel?
Yeah,
Yep.
Still just her.
Jason said he was 30 minutes out, so.
Still? Holy cow. He said he was going to be here a little after.
Well, no, that was, how long ago was that? That was he texted me at 8:04.
Okay, because he was saying he'd be home a little after 9 when he emailed me back, so I figured he'd be jumping in here anytime now.
Thank God, it's decent entertainment.
Actually, he texted me at 7:43. I sent him one at 8:04.
Yeah, and Buck said he was going to be jumping in, and he still hasn't yet. So,
is Rich and I not good enough entertainment for you?
Nope.
No, apparently not.
Then
no, we were even talking about one of the museums you could go see in Cody, for crying out loud.
Yeah, what museum are you going to in Cody?
I want to go to the Dug Up Gun Museum and the Buffalo Bill Center of the West, which is a Cody Firearms Museum.
Okay, the Cody Firearms Museum is really cool. If they let you go downstairs, they got a room that's like these wooden racks of guns, and you just turn the racks like they're pages in a book.
Well, I figure I'm going to get there, and the curator is going to go, "Oh my God, it's the gun snob." I mean, she does follow me on Instagram, so just saying.
Well, didn't she quit?
No, she's still the.
She's still there.
Curator.
Yeah, I thought she had resigned her position.
I don't know. Did she? I can't spell her last name.
Just Google who the curator is.
Yeah, I read somewhere that she resigned. Maybe I'm thinking of a different museum, but I could have swore it was her at that one. That she resigned and was going to work somewhere else, or maybe she changed her position at the museum or something. Yeah.
I'm going to see if I can find it.
Like maybe she got promoted or something. I could have sworn that like her position changed or she quit or something.
And I'm not saying it's not possible, but.
Oh yeah, I know. I didn't say you were.
He's looking it up.
Yeah, so am I.
Ashley Habinsky still came up with her whenever it.
Emerita. She's curator emerita, which means she's not the actual curator anymore. She's the senior firearms scholar now. The actual curator would be that Danny Michael.
Oh, here's a story. After 9.5 years as part of the Center of the West family, and then I haven't got the load, but there's a story on it. What?
Yeah. So yeah, she stepped down as curator and is just like
Yeah.
their senior firearms scholar now. Yeah, because I'm on their website on their staff
Yeah, I'm
page.
reading a story right now.
There goes his, hope of being recognized.
She could still be there.
Yeah, she could still be there. She still works as their firearms scholar,
You never know.
and she's curator emerita, which is like being a professor emeritus. You don't actually work at the college anymore, but they still have you technically on the staff because of how long you served there and as an honorary position kind of thing.
Could you imagine? Okay, just imagine for one moment of someone actually coming up to Snob at any point and saying, "Are you the gun snob?" Could you imagine how big his head would get?
Good Lord, no wonder she. In addition to her duties at the museum, she's also president of the Gun Code LLC, which is a consulting business where she serves as a museum advisor, expert witness on both civil and criminal cases, freelance writer, certified firearms instructor, international lecturer, on-camera historian, and television producer.
She's a little busy.
You think?
Just a little.
Yeah, she basically what she does now, she works on special projects for the museum and on their social media on Facebook and Instagram.
We'll put
Yeah, she just a little busy, so I can see why she would step down and take a different position.
Yeah, maybe just a little.
Seven's using the excuse that his mom called. So.
Yeah,
That's why yeah. He also said that, in his opinion, we're plenty entertaining.
Apparently not. He left.
Yeah, right? Calling his mom was more important. Jeez.
He claims his mom called. So
Uh-huh. Yeah.
sounds like an excuse to me.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he can't verify that. So he left before verifying the fact. So
yeah.
He's actually going over to watch Clover's show. I know how this is. Clover. Oh my God! I just put it together. Clover's his mom.
Oh, that's funny. Wonder if I should go over there and see if he's there on there. But he's not live yet, I don't think.
No, he's supposed to go. He's supposed to go live at 9.
Oh, I said he's live.
Yeah. Scotsman said no problem about me not making it onto his show. One of these days, I keep forgetting about it. The two of us are supposed to do a crossover show where, like, one week we do his show, and then the next week him and a couple of his guys come over here and we do this show. So I keep forgetting about that. I get with it one of these days and get that set up.
When is Rob and them supposed to do their tan off thing, whatever?
I have no idea. But every time me and him talk about it, something ends up coming up and forget all about it, and then it's like, oh shit, we're supposed to do this. He says his mom is 80 and they just lost his 107-year-old grandmother. Oh, sorry for your loss on that one. I remember you talking about how old your grandmother was getting. She had a long life, man. 107, that's crazy. That's like George Burns and Kirk Douglas territory right there. And speaking of old people, we've been joined by Buck. Good night, Buck.
I'm letting y'all know I'll feel that old tonight. I'm doing good. How's everybody doing?
Yeah, not too bad.
What's going on, Buck?
Hey, look, there's Moo out there.
Not a whole lot.
And Moo, you got a link, man. I tell you, these cattle people out there. Maybe he's afraid he's going to get hit with a 5-minute rule and then think he's timed out and all this other goofiness. He says, "It is what it is." She was ready to go. Well, Moo is still in the doghouse, which I figured he probably would be. Him and Snob were the worst on Friday night, especially in the after chat. Oh man, if you guys could have been a fly in that after on the wall of that after chat. Moo says he's too scared. Scared of what, Moo?
Yeah, scared of what, honey?
Foose wants a link.
All I know is after the end of the chat, I'm jumping in just to catch the after chats.
Well, you got to have a link from Gary to get into the after chat.
Oh, I can. He sends me a link all the time.
Oh, does he? Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know if he sent you a link for that or not.
Yeah, I got to get both of them. Well, get a link for both shows.
I know I got Foose's email. I just got to find it. Where is it? Now, why isn't this showing up? Criminy Lord. For some reason, it's not wanting to auto-populate Foose's email, and I cannot remember what it is for the life of me. Usually it auto-populates, and it's not wanting to cooperate. I wonder why it's not auto-populating. Okay, he posted it out there. Now it shows up. I put in the little part that he put out in the YouTube chat, and then boop, it pops right up. I love when that happens. All right, I forwarded that to you, Foose, so keep an eye out for it. Oh, man. Usually I just put the FU from the Foose part and it auto-populates it, and for some reason tonight it was just being a stubborn pain in the ass. Yep, there he is.
Hi.
Oh,
What's going on?
Not much. How you doing?
Hey, Foose, how you doing?
Doing well. Mystic, you and my girlfriend would be amazing together.
You should totally bring her down to meet me.
I'm going to totally try. I just got her into guns late in the fall. And, yeah, she's good. Yeah. Shot her new P10 or P10F today. She likes it. I'm going to end up putting a red dot on it. So,
Well, hopefully, if it stops raining and quit being so muddy, we're going to try and go out there and shoot some.
yeah. And we
I haven't shot the
today.
Legion.
Stan's out there now. Evening, Stan.
Yeah, sure.
Oh,
She will shoot just about anything I have. She just has to work up to it and get grow the balls to do it.
What we need to do is we need to get your girlfriend, my wife, and Stacy together and see which one shoots my 627 the best.
What's the 627? Revolver?
Yeah. End frame. End frame
let's see.
357 Magnum, 8 rounds.
The only thing she's fired is a 22 and was it 327 Magnum or?
Well, this thing doesn't have very much recoil because of the weight of it. It's one of the big end frames. You know, it's about the size of a 629.
So, get this: the girlfriend doesn't like shooting the AK because there's too much recoil, but she'll pick up the M1 Garand and be just fine.
Yeah, my wife is when I first got the 627, we took it to the range. And she got mad because I put 38 specials in it. So yeah, it's a real easy recoiling gun because of how big it is. And that's the thing with revolvers. The bigger they are, the less recoil they have.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I have a lever action 357. She shot a couple 357s out of it, but mostly she'll handle 38 special. She hasn't shot my revolver yet because it is, 20 some odd ounce gun. So SS Pawn in the house. Heck yeah.
Snob out there deleting comments.
Snob.
Well, I mean, he has to.
Yeah. Well, user said he's scared to say anything because everyone here has a wrench and banhammer. So Snob says, "Well, there, I took care of that for you, user."
I was going to ban him, but I didn't.
Please don't.
It's all good.
I know, especially since the user hasn't even been on YouTube that much.
I wouldn't really do that to user.
Well, I mean, and think about this, user. If he would, then Mystic would backhand. It's not.
Foos don't have a wrench.
I totally would.
No, I don't, and that's fine. I'm good with not having one.
He's on the panel. He don't need to talk in the chat anyways. You don't need it. So go ahead. It won't even phase him, right?
Oh, Travis and I have been talking today, and it looks like in a couple weeks he's going to be coming down here to KC, and we're going to get some rifle ammo made up for his 308, his Ruger.
Snob is abusing his power out there.
Foos said he didn't care.
Yeah, but did you have to time him out twice?
You timed me out?
He timed you out twice.
Well, I haven't commented, so.
I don't know why it timed you out twice. I only did it once. I don't have any clue what that's all about.
You have been placed in timeout by the owner. Well, screw you.
It wasn't me. Hey, it wasn't by the owner. I didn't do it.
You want me to smack him for you?
Absolutely.
The good news is he can just say anything he wants to say.
That's not a good smack.
Waiting to hear the taser again, like Friday night.
I would, but it scares my beagle too much, so I don't try and do it when she's in here. It upsets her too much.
Yep, my gunpowder's out there. Evening gunpowder.
It's a good thing Gunpowder has a wrench. I would ban her.
Wait, wait, is this cussing friendly or what?
You can say whatever the fuck you want.
Okay, so
Don't say fuck.
If you wouldn't have timed me out, you would have been able to read this. Fuck you, you tall Sasquatch of a fucking lard. Tard.
I think you're confusing Snob with Yankee.
No,
remember, Yankee's the Sasquatch.
Yes, but I mean, he's taller than me, so.
Yeah, that can apply to a lot of people.
And that's true. I'm only 5'10". I've been 5'9", 5'10" since about 6th grade.
Gunpowder says that she heard a certain Snob was going to get throat punched.
From the inside or outside?
Well, he totally missed that comment because now he's going to go get in the shower.
Yeah, fisted and throat punched is what you're saying there. Okay.
Well, I thought, he may be, turning gay and get punched from the inside, but
Jan isn't here. We've been joined out there by Bernie Sanchez too. So evening, Bernie.
And I'm contemplating going outside and sitting down in the hammock and relaxing on this. Oh.
I wonder if Gunpowder would jump in if I sent her. And she hadn't been on in a while. She used to be on every week, but then
Inside, of course.
happened.
Heck yeah, Gunpowder.
Well, Jess, I forwarded you the link too if you want to jump in. I promise we won't talk about Japanese food.
Dude, sushi kicks ass.
No, that's an inside joke. It goes back to the Japanese food episode that we did a couple of years ago.
Gotcha.
Every time I bring up Japanese food, I get threatened with a throat punch.
Hey, if it's only a threat, it's not really an issue.
Yeah, Rob's out there. He's got a link too. He's out of town, so he's not gonna be home for another 40 minutes. What's with everybody working tonight? Jason's working tonight. Rob's working tonight.
People got to make money.
I've been working.
Snob never works.
What?
Good point.
Whatever.
And Jess said she figures you're getting a throat punch.
From the inside.
I'm gonna give. Never mind. I won't say that out loud.
Hey, girlfriend would be on, but she went home to take care of her cat.
I thought cats pretty much took care of themselves.
Yeah, but she's been gone for 24 hours, and she doesn't like to. Not at least get the cat up out of the room every day. So
Evening, Jesse.
How's it going, y'all?
an actual
What's up,
cat.
sweetheart?
Hey, how's it going, Gunpowder?
Hey, how's it going?
Going good.
How you doing, Gunpowder?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing fine.
Hey, Sanchez, work is overrated, and sometimes it pays the bills.
He said, but it pays the bills.
I know. I said sometimes it pays the bills.
How high are your bills?
Well, no. Like during this time, I've liquidated a few things and made a pretty good profit off of it. I've sold a little bit of ammo. Sold a. I kind of sold a gun. I got money for it, but he doesn't want to keep it at his place, so I still have access to it.
Yeah, I haven't done that in a while. The last gun we sold was my wife's 642 because it was one of those, that's a cute gun purchases. And, then when she finally shot it, she's like, yeah, it's not so cute anymore.
Yeah, so the girls, she just started shooting really this spring, and she definitely has a pre-ignition push. So I have a trigger job already on the P10, and so I'm trying to teach her take it to the wall and then concentrate on pulling that trigger straight back. And if she does that and really concentrates, dude, she's at 10, 15 yards, she's putting everything in about a quarter. But
Oh, nice.
But if she starts to get tired or laxes a little bit, yeah, that pre-ignition push hurts, and she's hitting the ground in front of the target. Like, she pulls hard. So I'm trying to get her to relax. I'm thinking that if I'd stick a red dot on it, it would tell her more than what that front sight is because of just seeing that thing flash in front of her face.
Yeah, so. I've been finding that I'm not as accurate any more than what as I used to be since I hurt my arm. It's just I don't hold the gun as steady as what I used to now.
So we went out to the range and there was competition going on. So I think Bianchi Cup. So we went down to a far bay that wasn't being used by them, and there's a guy out there with a 22 rifle shooting at about we're shooting about 20 yards. And I grabbed my 40, and I had a clover leaf with 4 rounds. And he's like, I can't even do that with this rifle. I was like, well, you need to shoot better.
Yeah, when I was first got the 627 and I was teaching her how to shoot it, I was having her shoot it 7 and 10 yards and telling her to put them all center mass. Go aim for center mass, aim for center mass. So what do I do when it's my turn? She has shot up the entire center of the target. So I send the target out to 25 yards and put all 8 rounds into the head. She's like, oh, no, you're just showing off.
Yeah. So with me, if I'm just doing strict accuracy, no time, no whatsoever, with my tack sport, I'm putting 25 yards, probably about a 2.5, 3 inch screw. So I'm happy with that. But you know, after the beep is where it starts to get a little haywire.
Yeah, I've just been having her shoot at FBI prescribed self-defense distances just to get her used to shooting the guns. I haven't had her try anything really long range with it.
Yeah. Today we started out at about 20 yards because that other gentleman was shooting, and after that we cut in half, went to 10 yards, and that's when she started having fun.
Yeah, that's what I do. I set her up at 7 or 10. You know, it's 21 to 30 feet.
Yeah.
Realistically, for self-defense purposes, that's about all the farther you're going to be shooting anyway.
Yeah. I told her she has about 10 gallons worth of 9mm ammo to learn how to shoot, because that's how much ammo I have left from a previous couple of years.
Oh, look, it's a wild Tardot sighting.
Oh.
Man, been a while since he's been on the show.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that handsome 1840s beard, Southern beard that he has going on.
I'm muted.
Even, yeah, I guess that's what he said. He said 1840s.
He said you're handsome.
I know. Thank you. That makes me feel so special.
Hey, that beard, I mean, straight from the Civil War.
He's trying to compete with Crazy Scotsman. That's what's going on.
Oh, I got you.
And he's got the same hairline, the same beard.
I don't have the same beard, but my hairline definitely kicks his ass.
Oh, sure. I got the TV on muted, well, somewhat muted, and Richard Pryor's on there, and here I am talking to you people.
You people.
Yeah. You heard
Eli
me.
Moo, hold up today's newspaper, Tardot, and blink twice if you're in danger. Just blink twice. You don't need to worry about the newspaper.
Yeah, who has a newspaper nowadays? Everything's available on our phones.
Yep.
Oh,
Take
Steven
a screenshot
Crowder.
of the newspaper.
Steven Crowder's interns had newspapers.
Listen, if I had Steven Crowder funding, I'd probably have a newspaper too, but that takes too much effort to do proof of life. So I'll just show up on a live stream, show his mug every now and then, you know, everybody can see that he's still breathing, but he's not allowed to be on camera and blink because then it ruins my whole.
All right, tell the truth. You're just going to have strings attached to his arms and his head, you know, kind of like Bernie, you know, and just do the hand motions and make people think he's alive.
Wow, I thought we were friends, yo. I thought we were friends.
Hey, I'm just telling it like it is.
I thought it was pre-recorded.
That's probably
from a
something
couple
I would
years.
do.
I always thought it was pre-recorded from a couple years ago.
You got to take the strings off because I think Stacy saw them. You're supposed to be making this a whole you're alive and well, and I'm not holding you against your will. It's blowing my cover, man. You're blowing my cover.
My bad.
Good grief. You know what? That's one. That's one, Mystic. That's one.
Uh-oh.
Can't we just put my one on Snob? I mean, you know he's gonna do it. He's gonna do something anyway. So
Oh, if we're putting them on him, then let's just jump up to 3 because I really miss throat punching people. And Missouri is just a very peaceful place.
Oh,
So
Good.
If
So
it's
don't
not-
throat punch me. I'm in Missouri.
yeah, if
Wait.
you would have been on Gary's show Friday night, Snob would have definitely earned the 3.
So wait, Gunpowder, you guys in Missouri now?
Yeah, we're in Missouri. So if you're in
What
Missouri, we're in southern Missouri.
So then I'm in KC area. What part?
don't know.
Southern, west central, or southern, or eastern?
Hey, what part of Missouri? Yeah. The Boot Hill. Like we're actually in the
okay.
Ozarks.
All right. Wait, the Boot Hill's nowhere near the Ozarks. Boot Hill's on the other side of the state of the Ozarks.
Well, we're actually
Now the Boot Hill's on the east side.
Snob's over here yelling Eastern.
yeah, we're in Eastern.
Eastern, all right.
Gunpowder doesn't know cardinal directions.
You hear him?
Yeah.
We're an hour from Pocahontas, Arkansas.
All right.
Jess, did you hear him?
I
Yeah,
try
we
to
heard
let it just go in one ear and out the other. But if you're in Missouri, that automatically gives you a throat punch free or get out of throat punch free card because if you're in Missouri, that means we're neighbors. So
Oh, so do you know where Cape Girardeau is at?
yes.
So I grew up about between Cape and St. Louis, right between them. Little town
Oh,
called St.
okay.
Genevieve. Yeah, I was there for 18 years. I went down to Joplin for 2, Springfield for 4, and then Harrison, Arkansas for 15. And now I'm up in Independence, which is just east of Kansas City.
So we're literally
So
Okay, we're 2 counties away from the Boot Hill.
we're
Did
still-
you Google that?
oh yeah, I looked at Pocahontas. So
I'm going no.
what do you like, Dolphin area?
We're in the Ozarks.
We're close to Poplar Bluff.
Oh, okay. All right. That tells me exactly.
We're in the
Where you are.
what Pine National Forest?
Mark Twain.
Mark Twain National Forest.
Yep. Cool. Yeah. Back in high school days, we went down to Dexter, Sykes, and Poplar Bluff all the time for wrestling.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I know
It's
exactly.
really nice out here. I like this little bitty town
Yep.
that we're in.
Yep. You guys are down in the flatlands of Missouri.
We're in the flatlands.
Yeah. Of Missouri, because Missouri is actually fairly hilly.
Yeah, we're living on top of one of the hills in this town. It's nice.
Yeah. Good
Although
deal.
I do want to go to like Joplin and a few other places. They have this. What was the Granite Creek? I don't know. There's one of the springs that they have here that it's cold even in the hottest part of summer.
Yeah.
I want to go there.
There is Bennett Springs. It's in the middle of. Hold on. So let's see. Zoom out. So it's in the middle of the state. Mammoth Springs. Go there. It's right on the Missouri-Arkansas border. It's absolutely go there. It's of course it's a spring, but it's an entire river system from the spring. It pumps out ginormous amounts of water. It's awesome.
Yeah, now that my son's out of school for the summer, we're trying to plan a lot of get out in nature times.
There is so much of that in Missouri. I remember one time as a kid, my parents, we drove 3,000 miles in Missouri going to camping spots. We took like a 2 or 3 week vacation over the summer, and we spent a couple days in the southwest corner, southeast corner, just all around Missouri. Never always camped at Missouri National Parks, Missouri State Parks. Yeah, I put like 3,000 miles on the truck, never left the state, and we just camped and camped and camped. It was probably the most memorable summer I've ever had. I was 8.
We used to do that in Pennsylvania when I was a kid. It's the same thing. I mean, you get those bigger states, you can drive do a circle of the state, and you done went 3,000 miles.
Yeah, absolutely. It's great. Here on Friday, I'm going to be heading back to my parents in St. Genevieve. And then after that, I'm going to be making a nice 10-hour drive almost straight south to Orange Beach. Woman and I are going to go on a little week vacation.
That'll be pretty cool.
Uh-huh. Her and I, we've never been on a week vacation. We've only been on out of town one weekend, and yeah, it'll be a good time. But we're taking her guns to dry fire. I already told her that. She's like, okay. Yeah, I'll fill up there in St. Genevieve, and I won't fill up again until I'm looking at the ocean.
Dang, that sounds awesome.
Hey, does anyone know if the fuel down south, if that thing was rectified and everyone has gas now?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I think the pipeline's back open.
Yeah, the pipeline's open, but that doesn't necessarily mean everything's back to normal yet. Part of the problem wasn't just the pipeline. Part of the problem was the trucking situation. There's not enough truckers to haul some of those fuel trucks is part of the problem.
And I-40 bridge is shut down at Tennessee, Arkansas state line.
Yeah. I was making a joke. Like, if you put enough weight on that crack won't be there anymore. It'll eventually get back together. And just put a nice good little bead of weld, and you're good, right?
Yeah, just put some JB Weld in there.
Exactly. Extra strength JB Weld. Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so it looks like just a quick Google search. Gas prices dropped in Charlotte since the Colonial Pipeline shutdown, so it must be good to go again. Good. Because I was thinking about taking an extra 15 gallons worth of fuel in my truck and stopping a little bit north and keeping her topped up, but I won't do that if there's fuel to be had. Cold water feed that springs the Current River as well. The Current River is amazing as well. DJ Play Nice has some in Montgomery County, Missouri. That's down there. And Missouri is a beautiful place.
It really is. It's been a little piece of paradise for us.
I mean, you get outside of KC, downtown KC and St. Louis, dude. You can't be meet nicer people. They will bend over backwards for you.
This silence brought to you by me playing a game on my phone.
Aren't you supposed to be doing a show, not playing a game on your phone?
Well, you guys were all talking, so I was just letting you guys go.
So I bought it's a mini HD game box. It has like almost 1,000 original NES games on it.
Oh yeah,
they got flipping amazing.
Yeah, they got those for Sega Genesis too.
This was like $30. Comes with 2 controllers. I'm like, oh hell yeah.
I want to get one of those little arcade machines, like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles one, and they got the Avengers one, which is basically like the same game but with the Marvel characters instead.
Nice.
It was one where you could play all 4 turtles at once.
Mm-hmm.
I put many a quarter in that game.
I don't know how much money I spent on that.
That was the cool game because you and all your friends could play at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
You each played a different
no one had
turtle.
to sit there and watch, yeah.
Yeah. And then like I said, the Marvel one you could play as Iron Man, Captain America. Who were the other characters in that one?
I never saw that one.
And then there was like the Hulk or somebody. But yeah, it was almost like the Turtle one, but it was Marvel themed. But it had the same style gameplay and stuff to it. So yeah, those were fun. The one local pizza shop here, well, not here, but it's not far from here. It's in Canaan Valley, West Virginia, which is like an hour south of here. It's right out. There's this little mom and pop pizza shop that's right outside the Canaan Valley Ski Resort, and they got an arcade in there. It's almost like a small version of Chuck E. Cheese almost, and they got this updated version of Space Invaders. And instead of being in the little tank that went back and forth underneath the aliens as they were falling, you're shooting at them with a crosshair.
Okay.
And it's all in like HD and stuff. It's really cool looking.
Right on.
Food was good there too. I had some really good food there. I got a pizza and my wife got the steak sub. She said that steak sub wasn't greasy in the least little bit. She says probably the best steak sub she ever had. Those little mom and pops like that, that's usually the way it works, you know.
Dude, the best food out there is mom and pops.
A lot of the way places that are near like resorts and stuff that the locals know about, and generally the people that go to the resorts or to see the resorts. Meanwhile, they can just go right outside the gate of the resort and make a left and go up the road, and they got this nice little pizza shop, and they probably don't even know it's there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we went for a small little road trip a couple of weeks ago, and we stopped there on our way back to get something to eat, and that was a really good decision.
There's a lot of awesome mom and pop places around here, especially little burger joints.
The best, as I said, the best food's always mom and pop. Like the best barbecue I ever had was out of like it almost looked like a food truck or one of those teardrop trailers and carport. That was like the absolute in was it North Carolina, I think, or Virginia? It was the best barbecue I've ever had.
Yeah, we live just outside of a college town. There's all kinds of little mom and pop restaurants, but there's no little mom and pop pizza place. Every pizza place is a chain store. We got Little Caesars. We got a Fox's Pizza Den, which is a pizza chain that's local to like Pennsylvania, Ohio, and West Virginia. I think there's one or a couple of them in Maryland too.
So my favorite pizza ever, it's a St. Louis style pizza. It's Emo's. It's a chain, but it's super thin crust and oh my God, so delicious.
Yeah, we used in Pittsburgh. There was a place. It was in Millville, which is essentially the suburb, but it was right outside the part of the city that we lived in. So they would deliver to where we lived at one point, and it was called the original Pizza Factory is what the name of the place was. Their pizza was so good. A thick crust pizza there was like an inch thick. And the meatball, if you got like meatball or sausage topping, it wasn't like those little crumbs of sausage or meat. They took one of the meatballs from their meatball sub, cut it in half, and put that on the pizza.
Yep.
The sausage was the same way. They took a link of Italian sausage and sliced it and put that on the pizza. Oh, that pizza was so good.
Man, that reminded me. I got to look for a 308 crimp die.
How does eating talking about pizza remind you about a 308 crimp die?
Because I'm flipping through Facebook.
My favorite little mom and pop place is this little shack over at Lake Wapapillo. They make amazing burgers. And Tardot always gets this like double cheeseburger, and it's so freaking big that he can barely fit it in his mouth.
That's what she said.
My favorite, my favorite burger place in the city of Pittsburgh growing up was actually in Kennywood Park, the amusement park. It was the Johnny Rockets there. Oh my God, their burgers are so good, and they still are. We took the kids there. God, that was 5 years ago now, but the burgers were just as good as I remember them being from when I was a kid. It's one of those 50s kind of themed restaurants where everybody's walking around like the 50s style restaurant uniforms and stuff.
Yeah.
We didn't have anybody. Yeah, you don't have anybody dressing up like celebrities or anything, but they're all wearing like the old school uniforms like you would see them wearing on Happy Days at Arnold's. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Right.
Can you guys still hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
No.
Oh, shit.
They got really good. They had really good milkshakes there too. Well, the food there is good. Period. At the Johnny Rockets in Kennywood Park, but yeah, they had. I don't know if the pizza place is still as good there, but that was another good pizza shop. When I was a kid, we would go on trips to Kennywood, and we'd all pull our money together, and we'd all buy like a large pizza at the pizza shop there, and split it for like lunch or dinner, depending on what time of day it was. Because when we went to the Kennywood trips with school, from 6th grade onward, we would be there until the park closed. We would get there when the park opened, which would have been at like noon, and then the park didn't close until midnight. So we were there from 12 to 12 on a school trip. That was one of the benefits of going to school in the city, and then the park being right there.
The good old days. Now it's like, oh my God, it's dark. Something's gonna happen to my kid. He's gonna forget where he lives.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God!
Hell, nowadays all you gotta do is look in the basement.
Yeah, what's crazy?
That's where all the kids are.
What's crazy is when I was in 8th grade, we went to Disney World, and the Magic Kingdom was only open till 7 o'clock. The local amusement park in Pittsburgh, which is not a major tourist attraction across the world, was open till midnight. And the biggest amusement park at the world at the time, Disney World, was only open till 7.
Yep.
How messed up is that?
Well, it's Disney.
Yeah, that's just crazy. You wonder why people don't get to go on all the rides when they go to Disney World. It's because the park's only open for 5 fucking hours.
That, and there's a 2.5 hour line for every ride.
Mm-hmm. Well, when we went through the Make-A-Wish program because my brother had leukemia at the time, and he had this pin. Me and him are going down the park. We're getting in line. The workers would see him with his Make-A-Wish pin, and we're getting pulled to the front of the line, and people are getting pissed off. But he was a cancer patient, so we got to skip the lines.
Yeah, that's always a good thing. Good times. Well, skipping in line, not the cancer stuff.
Yeah. It was funny. We're watching the damn lizards. We're getting in line for the 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea ride, and they had the rocks up there, and you just watching the lizards chase the goddamn gigantic cockroaches all over the rocks outside that ride.
Nice. Sorry, I'm messing with brass right now. I'm gonna load up whenever Travis gets down here. We're gonna load up a bunch of 308 for him. We're hunting this fall. So, told him I'd process a bunch of 308 brass.
Tell you what, man, if you've never been on Space Mountain, that's an interesting roller coaster.
Oh, absolutely.
You can't see shit.
No.
That's what makes Space Mountain scary. The ride itself, if it were outside and be in outdoors, it would be a okay kind of roller coaster. But the fact that it's pitch black and you don't know what's coming next, that's what gets you.
But on that plus note, if you're scared of heights, at least you can't see it.
True.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's
I've been
what
on it
gets
when
you.
I was 17.
It's the fact that you can't see. I mean, you absolutely cannot see. It is absolute darkness in that place. You ever been in a cave tour and they turn the lights off and you see what absolute darkness is? That's the way Space Mountain is. It's that dark. You literally cannot see your hand in front of your face.
Yeah, I was 17 when I was there last.
I mean, that's a really good positive for your hand there, Rich.
You okay?
I don't know what I'm talking about.
I don't
That's
know.
a 303 British. What is this?
I don't know.
7.5 Moss. I'm looking for some dies. 8mm Mauser. What's this? 7.5 Swiss factory crimp. 7.5 Schmidt Rubin.
You know, if you had them organized, you wouldn't have to search for them.
Yeah, but I'm a male, so I'm as organized as I'm going to be. 7.5 Mauser or 7.
I hate to look for crap, so.
What is this? What is this?
If you're looking for someplace to take the kids, go over to Tennessee and hit some of the Civil War battlefields.
Nah, I don't have any kids.
Not you, gunpowder.
Oh.
She's talking about her and her daughter looking for places to take the kids this summer.
Man, my kids went up there to Tennessee, that Pigeon Forge. That's a real nice place there.
Mm-hmm.
Which place in Tennessee?
Pigeon Forge.
Mm.
Yeah, it's in like northern.
Pigeon Forge is like Branson is here in Missouri.
That's not wrong. That is not
I've seen
wrong.
pictures. It's got some of the same stuff. I mean, we're gonna go there probably sometime this summer.
Absolutely, it's the same shit.
So
that box didn't have anything. I mean, it had stuff, but not what I was looking for. I don't know.
Because we're probably going up there another month or so, and Snob's gonna go up there and help Sarge do a couple things, and I think I might drive over to Pigeon Forge while they're doing stuff. No,
Gotcha.
over there by Pigeon Forge because he's gonna go over there because Sarge only lives like an hour from there.
Okay.
So
Sarge, he lives right across the North Carolina border from there.
Then, damn, I have another. I did not realize I had two 303 British. 22-250. What's this one?
Is that one of those situations? How did I end up with two of this?
Pretty much. Well, that's just ammo. Well, shit. I don't have a 308 factory crimp.
If you had that organized, you would have known that.
Well, hush up. I'm in a temporary location.
I would tell Snob that, and he'd be like, well, go out there and organize it. Hell no, it's not my crap.
Exactly.
I know where to find all my crap.
I know where to find my stuff unless my wife moves it. Which
You know what? That's what mine
Better have it
happens to
doing.
say, but it's never true.
no, in my case it is. She gets to where she does her cleaning and then I can't find anything ever again.
Well, technically, if you had a certain place where you put certain stuff every time, then we wouldn't have to move it when we cleaned.
Well, no, I do. I put it exactly where I want it, and she cleans, and she doesn't want it there, so she moves it, and then I never see it again.
Okay, Rich, where's the damn fish?
I don't know where her damn fish is. It's not my job to take care of her damn fish.
Well, it
Well,
didn't just
hey.
walk away.
I'm beginning to think that it did. They are air breathers.
If the cat
It's-
couldn't get in there, I don't see how it would get out on its own.
Oh no, it couldn't. That's one of the things we talked about last night. There was no way this thing got out on its own.
Yeah, it did. The fish grew legs.
It would have had to have grown arms too,
Well, that's
and wings.
it grew it all. It grew
So
all
it
the
turned
things.
into a bird.
It grew all the things.
It rapidly evolved into a bird. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
How about one of your kids?
They insist that they didn't touch it, so I don't know.
You know how many times my kids
My
insist
kids,
to do something?
my kids aren't teenagers anymore, and they knew how much their mother was upset. So I don't think they would have told her no that they didn't touch it. If they found it, they would have told her.
So no factory crimp dye. Well, that sucks. Sucks balls.
That's what makes this a mystery. We have no idea what happened to this fish. The best theory that we've come up with is that the handyman stole it. Even then, there's always somebody here, so that's not a very good theory either.
I still like the evolution theory. It's
I
a
know what it
thing.
is. The fish was the fish version of Stewie Griffin. He made himself a little time machine, went back to the past, and got stuck because it broke.
Gotcha. That's exactly what it was. It's waiting to be born again.
Have y'all seen the fish since Kingpin left?
We haven't seen the fish since before Kingpin came here.
Oh, okay.
It's 30 on 6. Where's 308?
Yeah, it was like the fish vanished like a day or two before Kingpin came up.
I would say, are you really going to blame my poor David? But the longer I think about it, he's still in the doghouse, so whatever, you can blame him.
Wait, what's he in the doghouse for?
Oh boy,
For taking Snobby's side.
it's not
That whole
Snob.
thing, the Miss Piggy and
Yeah.
all that crap.
Snob essentially was calling Stacy fat, and Kingpin basically defended him.
That bastard.
I know, right? Hey,
Uh-uh.
you should get on the move because he basically called me. He literally called me an elephant.
Oh, he called you worse than that.
Well, I mean, you never call a woman fat no matter how much of a tundra she has.
And David wasn't even there for the whole conversation, but it doesn't matter because, he said, "Well, whatever Snobby did, it's fine."
So all I heard was Moo started it. So if Two Live Moo is listening,
No,
your
Moo did not
get out of
start it. Moo didn't start it.
whatever. All I heard was I have to revoke his get out of throat punch free card, so it is done. Your card has been revoked to Live Moo. And Kingpin.
And then you should. All right. So he was all, talking about how I can't come out to the office without him seeing me on the security camera. That he'd be able to see me no matter what.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, I can sneak out there without him seeing me on that security camera, which he found out.
Uh-huh. I warned him. He said he didn't have the doors locked yet.
That
I was
was
like,
priceless.
I said, Snob, if you don't have the doors locked already, it's too late. He's like, no, it's not. Sure enough. It was like,
It's always too late.
it was like a freaking horror movie. Stacy went and pulled a Michael Myers or Jason Voorhees on his ass.
He deserved it. I did that. I mean, I heard him say that I can't sneak out there without being seen on the security camera. And I went out there to prove him wrong. And I did.
And he's like, oh, shit. When she opens the door. Oh, my God. That was hilarious.
That's funny.
Well, I know exactly where the security cameras are facing and what to avoid.
And his camera was on at the time, too. The expression on his face was priceless.
It was pretty good.
Especially when you hear in the background her taser going bzz, bzz, bzz. Oh, man.
Yeah, I proved him wrong. That was my goal. Prove him wrong and give him some bruises.
Scared the living shit out of him.
Yeah, I did.
The shit out of him. You were able to remove that smell from that area, though, right?
Oh,
Well, it was his shed, so it doesn't matter.
it's his office. I don't care.
Oh, okay.
Damn, that was awesome, Chad. I think I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch that.
Well, a lot of this happened in the after chat.
Yeah, me coming on to going to his office was live.
Yeah, that was live.
The
A
rest
lot
of
of this,
on the
a
after
lot
chat.
of, a lot of the really bad stuff that we were talking about that happened in the after chat. Like them talking about the boat sinking and how shit floats to the top, and that was Moo. That was in addition to the elephant comment, by the way. I don't know if you caught that one.
Mhm. No, Moo knows he's in the doghouse.
Uh-huh. I think the two least offensive people were me and Obnoxious that night.
Which is actually shocking that Obi-Wan wasn't, in trouble, because that's usually very unusual for him.
Mm-hmm.
But he was smart enough to know when to stay the heck out of it.
Yeah, Gary, he didn't. I don't think Gary actually said much, but he was like changing people's name tags in StreamYard.
Yeah, he changed my name to Elephant in the thing.
Yeah.
So I put him in the doghouse.
At least it didn't have ginormous in front of it.
Thank God.
Which one of you was it that put Snob isn't getting any sex? Was that you or Gary?
That was me.
Was that you?
From
Gary
Obnoxious,
Yeah,
Obnoxious, never call a woman fat, regardless of how long her trunk is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen some skinny women with some pretty big noses, so I mean, you can't argue with them there.
No, it was pretty good though.
Ozzy wants to know how somebody gets a get out of a throat punch card.
Don't get one.
Ozzy's automatically got to get out of throat punch. He'll never get one just because he's Aussie.
Yeah, all I gotta do is mention a specific genre of food, and mine would be revoked instantly if I still even have one.
It's cute that you think you ever did have one.
That's what I said.
Oh.
Even Gary lost his after traffic cones.
Oh no, that wasn't us. That was Vanessa Kitty. That was her fault. She's the one that brought that up, not us.
Well, see, what happened is I got an email from a certain chicken, random day in the week, and he sent me a picture of a traffic cone, so he lost his car.
I thought you were talking about I thought you were talking about when Vanessa was telling us what the significance of that was.
No, I was talking about when he emailed me.
She creeped all of us out on that one.
Yeah. What was bad is Jason got a few text messages from me with traffic cones for the next few days.
But
Wow.
do you even know what the significance of that is? Not that we're going to talk about it in depth. There's more to it than just an inside joke. And to say that it's disgusting is an understatement. And it shows just how strange of people there are in this world.
Well, we got a few more minutes.
Yeah,
Let's
no,
hear
we're
about
not.
it.
No, that's not. We're not going there.
That's a little much.
If you want to find out, Buck, you go and you find the episode where we're talking about Japanese food that Gunpowder started. She started it, but yet it's me and Narelle that get the shit for it.
What is it? Do you start talking about throat sushi?
No.
Okay.
It started with Gunpowder telling us about how she was at a party where she may or may not have eaten sushi off of a naked lady before, and it just went downhill real fast from there.
I definitely want to go to one of those restaurants.
That's
I
not
totally
what
want
you
to do
said
that.
on the episode.
There was certain things covering those certain parts.
Yeah,
What's
sushi.
the fun in that?
I know, that's kind of what I'm thinking.
If you're going to eat off a half-naked girl, I mean, wouldn't it just be 10 times better to eat off one that's completely naked?
Yep. That just
Probably,
had a
but there's
morning.
sanitary issues of, raw food on a
Well, it doesn't have to be
nipples.
on it.
On nipples.
that would be the least of the work.
They
There
do eat the sushi from both areas, so I mean,
Hey, Jess,
Hey,
are you looking at the chat?
yeah, Gary's fixing to get another throat punch.
on.
Gary, you just need to go out and grab that traffic cone and have it in your background of every video from now on.
Oh, that'd be good.
Well, since he's out in the chat, I would like you to know that I do have 2 of your family members that just happen to be on my chopping block tomorrow.
Oh, that's all right.
You're talking about it. You're talking to a cannibal chicken. He doesn't care.
And I'm going to love eating those chickens.
You're gonna love eating that chick.
No.
What,
I'm gonna
her
quit
succulent
you.
breasts and thighs.
No, I'm going to quit you.
YouTube's updating their terms of service again.
What's new? That happens like
Uh-huh.
every 3 days now.
The terms of services, you cannot have fun.
Uh-huh. they're going to start taking taxes out of all the monetized channels.
I
Is
will
there
never
not-
pay taxes because I will never be monetized.
Yeah, they're calling them royalty payments now.
Yeah, well, they can royally kiss my ass.
YouTube's right to monetize. YouTube has the right to monetize all content on the platform, and ads may appear on videos from channels not in the program. No, they're going to be putting ads on everybody's shit, whether you're monetized or not now, essentially, is what that's saying.
Mm-hmm. I'm surprised they didn't do that from the get-go.
Oh, yeah. If you're caught trying to use facial recognition software on anybody who's a channel, who's running a channel, they're gonna do something. I don't know what, it doesn't say, but yeah, I don't know if they're gonna turn you into authorities or what they're gonna do. They said, but they're saying it's bad, and that's just in the summary. I mean, I'm not reading the whole thing. I'm just reading the email. All the new terms will take effect on January 1st. Or not January 1st, June 1st. Why the hell did I say January?
No clue.
I don't either, because June doesn't look anything like January, other than starting with a J. But yeah. June 1st. Yeah, please note, if you allow your child to use YouTube Kids, then you are agreeing to the new terms on behalf of your child as well.
I just wish there's a platform out there that would let people do what the hell they want to do.
Well, I don't know if you heard the news about Rumble. Rumble
No.
is in talks with Steven Crowder right now to have him do his shit over there because YouTube keeps banning him, giving him strikes and shit, and he's tired of suing them. And they've just gotten 2 major contributions from 2 conservative big shot business guys. And if the funding that they give Rumble is used properly and such, they're possibly considering giving them even more money in the future. And we're not talking. Yeah, we're talking about guys that have the money where they could have Rumble where it would rival YouTube.
Yeah, but is the people going to be there? That's the thing. Are people going to
go? People are getting tired of YouTube.
Yeah, but tired enough to leave.
If you get somebody big enough over there, like a Steven Crowder or some other one of the big conservative channels going over to Rumble, people are going to follow them. Especially if they can't watch them on YouTube because YouTube keeps banning them for stupid reasons. Like the episode we were talking about earlier where Crowder sent his interns out with the newspaper showing where fake addresses were used to register voters in Nevada. They got a strike for that. Verifiable proving. And he consulted his lawyer, half Asian lawyer Bill Richmond, about it before he did it. And Bill Richmond told him, yeah, there's nothing in YouTube's terms of service that they would be able to ban you for this. And sure enough, they want to hit him with a strike for it anyway. They did an episode where they talked about it was the year after. Remember when they said that this was supposed to be going on for 15 days so that they could flatten the curve? They did a 1-year anniversary of that where they talked about how this was only supposed to be going on for 15 days. They didn't say that COVID was a hoax or any shit like that YouTube bans people for. They were just talking about how this was only supposed to be for 15 days and stuff. YouTube gave them a strike for that.
Oh, that's bullshit.
The latest strike they got was for saying the officer who shot the girl in Columbus who was trying to stab the other girl was in the right to do it. And YouTube gave them a strike for that. That gave them 2 hard strikes in a week.
They get one more hard because
they give him 1 more hard strike and Crowder is done on YouTube.
I hope their lawyer sues the hell out of them.
Well, they are. They're suing. And every time Crowder has sued YouTube, he has won.
Every freaking time.
He's that little half Asian lawyer of his, man. He is a bulldog in the courtroom, apparently.
Well, I mean, all you got to do is know the laws, I guess.
The best one is he got banned from Twitter. You know how Twitter, the Jack Dempsey, whatever the hell his name is that runs Twitter, keeps going up before Congress and saying how they let you know exactly the reasons why you were banned from Twitter. Every time he's gotten a notification from Twitter saying that his channel has been suspended on there, or his account's been suspended, the box that says you're the reason why has been empty. They have never given him a reason why he was suspended on Twitter, ever. He's got like 5 of these letters that he has saved and his lawyer, Bill Richmond, has on file with the dates and everything. And every single one of them, that box is empty. Now,
I ain't never really been too interested in Twitter. I never really got into that part of it.
No, I really haven't either. But the important part there, they testify before Congress that they let people know exactly why they're banned. And Steven Crowder and his attorney have evidence showing that they committed perjury before Congress by saying that, because every single notice he's gotten from Twitter, including one fairly recently, that since they've testified, is empty. They give him no reason whatsoever for why he was suspended on Twitter. In case you aren't paying attention out there in YouTube land, folks, that's called a felony. They have gone up there and committed a felony every single time they say that they tell the people the exact reason why they've been suspended on Twitter.
Well, Twitter, the Democrats love Twitter.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, I know. That's the point. Congress lets them get away with it. They're perjuring themselves every single time they say that, and the Democrats in the House do absolutely nothing about it.
No, because it's their narrative.
Mm-hmm.
It's what they want.
Yeah, it goes back to the rules for thee, but not for me.
Mm-hmm. We need to get back to where all laws are the same for every person, no matter what their status, creed, whatever.
Yeah, it'll probably be a little while before you see that.
Well, I mean, even if you did see that, we'd lose the Democratic Party, and along with a bunch of libertarians and everything else, just for the simple fact that their rules are somehow offensive now, because I don't like it. I am triggered because those rules are not fair.
Those rules are racist. I mean, on that front, did you see where the University of California system is going to stop using the SAT and ACT for admissions? Because they're racist. And that's exactly the reason they gave for doing away with using those tests. Hey, look, it's Rob.
Oh, no.
What's going on, Rob?
Hey, how's everybody doing?
I don't know, man.
Doing good.
We were just talking about how California is doing away with the SAT and the ACTs for college entry in their state college system because it's racist, and you show up.
Well, what's the point of even going to school then? You just throw them a bunch of money and stay home, right? Mail you a diploma or a degree.
Ooh, if that's the case, I want to get my diploma and certification and all of that to be a neurosurgeon because, I identify as a neurosurgeon and they should accept it.
I identify as educated.
When I went to college, I didn't have to take the SAT or the ACT, but I didn't go to college right out of high school, and I had been in the military and stuff first. So life experience and whatnot, and taking equivalency, taking the tests, what do they call them? The aptitude tests to see where you place and stuff. I didn't have to take the SAT or the ACT, and I didn't have to pay, so I didn't have to pay to take those tests because of that reason. But for kids coming out of high school and going into college, the ACT and the SAT should be a requirement to go to college. Just because you don't think that they're fair to a particular race because you're a fucking moron doesn't make it so, California.
Well, in California, they also think that homeschooling your child is a form of child abuse. So,
well, have you seen the? Oh, good, bro.
I was just gonna say I had to take a test to see if I could get into college or whatever. Blah blah blah. Due to not finishing high school because of wanting those nice shoes and shit. So I worked all the time. But obviously wised up, tried to go back. So I had to take what they called at the time, ability to benefit test. But apparently I did too well because I got put in the harder classes. I was a little pissed off about it. So, I can understand it because some people, you might not be ready.
When I had to take the aptitude test when I applied for college, I got screwed because when I was in middle school, I was in the scholars classes. I went from doing 6th grade math to doing 9th grade math. I skipped 7th and 8th grade math classes. And because of that, there were things that in the basic math classes I didn't learn to do when they were on those aptitude tests. So I'm like, what the fuck is this shit when I'm looking at it? I'd never seen these math problems before. It's like, what the hell is this garbage? And so I had to take the lower math class because of the fact that I was smarter than most other kids in the school when I was in 6th grade.
Yeah, I don't know. Just wish, like I said, I wish, I was worried about making it, not doing well. But I prefer to be a B group, I may be able to run A group, but I don't want to. I'll save that for a rainy day.
Damn, I forget what my point was.
All over the place. Metaphor for the military as well, but I think you get what I mean. Yeah, I'd rather be able to get through without having to try super hard all the time every day when you got kids and work and everything else going on. So I didn't appreciate the advanced classes, especially psychology. Like I couldn't even spell half the shit in there. I still can't. My spell check almost burned up trying to work that shit out.
Yeah, psychology wasn't hard.
So if you were in these advanced
classes,
Rob, if you were in these advanced classes, then why couldn't you send me your book report?
Because they failed out of the advanced classes.
Busted.
He thinks someone forget about that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, is it really a book report if it has to be on a movie? Isn't that more of a movie report?
Most movies come from books, so.
Well, we were talking about Blazing Saddles.
Yeah, because he had never seen Blazing Saddles of all movies.
How? Oh my
God, that's like...
I did, just didn't recall it. But I'm glad I've seen it again.
That's a funny ass
I
movie.
thought it was funny.
That movie's freaking hilarious.
Yep.
It's one of the best movies ever.
Yeah, been a busy day for me. I don't know about you guys. Hopefully somebody got a day of rest, but dang sure wasn't me.
Yeah, Jason was in the same boat you were, and he said he emailed me about right after I sent the links. I was been about 8:30 or so, saying he wasn't going to be home till a little after 9. I got a feeling he walked in his front door, sat down on a chair, and passed out.
I texted him earlier, asked him if he was coming on, and because he said his boss called on the way home too, and he's got another long day tomorrow. So he said he was about to go to bed as soon as his dogs came in. He was exhausted, and he's got another long day tomorrow.
That's about what I figured was going to be the situation there. I mean, he's going to kill himself with his work schedule.
Exactly.
I mean, he gets up at what?
Yeah, you should.
Go ahead. What were you going to say?
I was just saying, yeah, I used to be kind of hardcore in that sense until it almost cost me, my relationship and, just about everything. But,
yeah.
But it's a habit. Like once you just get used to it. Shit, I showed up on my day off. Like I'm just so used to going. So it's pretty like shit. I took today off. Like try to sneak back out. But yeah, it's a habit. So and then like now, I just work all different hours. Running it, putting estimates together, figuring different things out, paperwork, all that stuff people don't see. All has to get done. Prepping tools, getting all that stuff handled, getting everything staged for the next job. There is no 9 to 5 anymore, unfortunately.
Yeah, he gets up at what's he say? Gets up 4:30, and then he doesn't get home from work until 8.
Screw that.
Yeah, he's got that bread addiction, man. It'll get you.
Yep.
They have an intervention, get his ass a week off.
Yeah, I know.
Damn
right?
Italians.
Oh, watch. My
Yeah,
smartwatch. My smartwatch is acting really dumb right now. Damn it, Samsung.
That's what you get. Fancy thing like that.
It says it's 4:30 in the afternoon. Like, what? I didn't buy it. My daughter did.
You don't like regular watches?
My solar watch is recharging.
So I guess I shouldn't mention that I have an Apple Watch.
I got Samsung Galaxy.
I have an Apple Watch as well.
Hey.
It's my Apple phone.
To each their own, I guess.
There we go. Now it's right.
Too much money, too fancy for me. And for a while, people were getting tracked with it, and it was an issue with the military. I actually hit public. A lot of places were found out that U.S. soldiers were in larger numbers than claimed to be due to that fitness app thing on the watches and stuff. That you could probably still go back and search it up, but it turned out to be a little bit of an issue. But I just don't like all the tracking crap. The phones are bad enough, but I leave my phone at home here or there. So
I think Foos.
Paying for a snitch, man.
Yeah, I think Foos's phone or his watch died on him or something. We lost Foos. We're going to have to start wrapping this up anyway. Midnight has sent his links out for the closer. So, there's no Kingpin in here, so nobody's going barouche, I see. But, uh-oh, now we lost Gunpowder.
Well, you ran her off.
Sorry.
All right. Good Lord. She had to run over there to Midnight's all of a sudden, I guess. Say, oh, Midnight's going live? See ya, suckers. Yeah.
I think she's chasing Foos to throat punch him.
Yeah, it's a possibility. They're both in Missouri. You never know.
Nah, she's probably trying to find Snob.
She's got a way to travel to get to him.
I can meet her halfway.
Are you going to do drug him?
I don't have to drag him. I say, oh, honey, let's go for a drive. I'll drive. You won't know the difference.
Let's go to Branson, Snob. I'll let you go look at the boats again.
Sneak him some Benadryl.
Mm-hmm. Well, that would be drugging.
Yeah, sneak him some Benadryl. He'll fall asleep. Next thing you know, he wakes up and Jesse's at his face.
Snob wants you to play a sound on his phone.
How does he lose his phone?
I don't know. You're talking about a guy that loses Glocks.
He lost his bodyguard for 2 weeks.
Yeah, that too. At least that's smaller than a Glock.
Automatic, baby. No batteries needed. If I'm alive, it works.
Yeah, but they don't hold time as well as what a solar quartz does.
I'm pretty sure he left it in the bathroom.
Probably not, but they actually sell like these little vibrator things you can set them on at night or whatever. But I don't have an issue really. So
yeah, they sell chargers for the solar watches. Just I don't know where mine is because everything getting packed up and then not buying the house, so I don't know where my charger for it is. So right now I just got it sitting under a lamp. It's been months since I had charged it. Christ, probably been a year since I had to charge it. Usually just being out in the sun.
The automatics will probably last longer than this. Oh, sorry. Saying I bet the automatics probably last longer. The solar cells eventually wear out, get foggy, all that crap, blah blah blah. But not any major deal, Shit, same thing with the sight on my gun.
Somebody has a message.
Got the solar charger.
Rob, somebody has a message for Snob.
Stop forgetting your phone, idiot.
I'm making her bring the phone out, Joe.
Be like, I forget my phone on purpose.
Uh-huh.
So he's like,
shit, I do.
He was like, is my dad on there? And I said, no. She's like, well, can I leave? I can't say it anyways. And I said, what are you going to say first? And I said, okay, you can say that.
It's a good thing 7's not out there anymore.
Yeah, this one's only 13.
Oh, you're right in his wheelhouse there.
Yeah. This one might be a little too young.
It's hard to believe it's been a couple of years already since that's happened. Because she was, 15 when he did that?
No, she might have been 16.
No, I thought she was younger than that.
Maybe
No,
15 or 16, yeah. Somewhere around there. Because she'll be 18 in August.
Yeah, it's been about 2 years. So.
Yeah. She was about 16. She'll be 18 in August.
Yeah, and he was like, that's a sexy name. And he's like, 7, that's Snob's daughter. He's like, wait, what?
That was pretty funny, though.
Yeah, it was funny. Are you guys aware Arby's has a orange creamsicle milkshake?
Oh, do they?
No.
See, my wife just
you
brought
guys
Arby's
check
home
it out. It's pretty damn good.
My wife brought home Arby's for dinner tonight, and she didn't tell me about that. Oh, she's going to hear about that tomorrow.
Both Snob and my
It was good.
love those dreamsicle things.
That's why I get that orange soda from the meat shop market, because that stuff tastes like a creamsicle. That what is it? Cutstown, I think is what it's called. It's a local thing in PA. I don't know if they get it up in your area or not, Rob. It's pretty damn good too. Well, we talked about one episode. Squib actually had some sitting in his on his workbench that one night, and we were talking about it.
It sounds familiar. Country Town, you
Yeah,
said?
Cutstown, K-U-T-Z Town.
I'm not sure.
They're a small brewer in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, I remember you talking about that.
Squib says he picks it up whenever he goes to PA. He had a bunch of them sitting on his workbench that night. They're pretty damn good. They're made with real sugar and stuff.
I'm a huge soda person.
Yeah, the only place here you can
But
get
it's
them.
worth giving it a try. Good's
Yeah,
good.
they're good. They're good, man. The orange one, like I said, tastes just like you're drinking a creamsicle. And then they got the black cherry soda. They have.
They have like a little dinosaur dude on the bottle.
Not that I can remember. It's got like an old beer mug on the front of the bottle. It's got like a oval with the like root beer mug on it. Like you would see like in the old westerns, how they have those big glass beer mugs. It's got something like that on there. I don't have any right now to show you the bottle. But yeah, they're one of the few brands that I've seen that still does like a sarsaparilla, which is the forerunner of root beer, and it tastes so much better than the root beer that you got, like any of the root beers you buy in the store. And they do a root beer too, but their root beer is sweeter than the sarsaparilla. The sarsaparilla is not quite as sweet. It's got that same kind of flavor. It's really good. And they do a red cream soda, which my oldest daughter, she absolutely loves their red cream soda, which is kind of like a cherry cream soda. It's got cherry and then your cream soda flavor in there. What else do they have? Grape. My son loves their grape. I don't remember what other flavors they have, if any. They got a couple of different diet ones of the standard flavors. But I think that's all. That's all the ones that get at the meat market anyway. I wish they had a cola, because I bet their cola would be really good. If they do, they don't get it here. All the ones that we've tried, somebody here has liked them. I'm not big on the grape soda thing, but my son really likes that one. But he likes all those weird kind of things anyway, like the Mountain Dew Code Red and all that. I mean, I never got into those different flavored Mountain Dews and stuff, but he loves them too. So.
Something's wrong with grape. He likes weird stuff. Like what? Chicken, watermelon? The hell are you trying to say, buddy?
Hey, it's not the grape drink, it's the grape soda.
That was just mess.
I know. That's why I'm messing back.
I'm a little off. I didn't get any sleep last night. Tried, but it just didn't work.
Yeah. I didn't really either. I finally got to sleep at 7 o'clock this morning, I think, for a little bit.
I was on the phone at 7. Unfortunately, already starting the day.
Snob wants to know if they make a diet beef Diet Beef Soda Zero. No, they do not make Diet Beef Soda Zero. That will be a copyright infringement, and they get sued by G-Webs. They make a bunch of other flavors, though. They did have a ginger ale there at one point. That was pretty damn good, too. And ginger beer. They did a ginger beer. The difference between ginger ale and ginger beer is the ginger in a ginger beer is going to be stronger. It's got more, it's spicier, I guess you could say. So, anyway, we were in the process of getting ready to wrap this up, and then somehow we got started talking about sodas. So, yeah, we need to start getting out of here. So, Stacy, you got anything you want to say before we get out of here?
Not really. Just glad I got to come in and join in on the, conversation and talk to you guys.
Yeah, good to have you.
With the exception of Rob, maybe.
What did Rob do?
Nothing.
All right.
He was late.
I thought maybe he was texting you some bad messages after Gary's show on Friday or something.
He doesn't have my number.
Are you worried it's yours?
Huh?
Okie dokie. Thank you for coming in.
Well, thank you for having me.
We'll move on now to Mr. Buck Stanley. You got anything you want to say before we get out of here, Buck?
Well, it's always a pleasure coming in here when Stacy's here. And thanks for the invite.
Yep, no problem. And thank you for breaking up the monotony apparently that we were for Snob, as it was just me and Stacy in here for a while. I didn't mind, but Snob apparently was getting irritated because it was just the two of us. But, it is Snob, so what are you going to do?
It doesn't take much to irritate him.
Yeah, apparently not. But, and then we got the latecomer. Rob, you got anything you want to say before we get out of here?
No, thanks for letting me pop in, I guess, last minute. Sorry for the delay. Thanks for joining us, everybody. And yeah, that's it. Have a good evening. Eat a salad.
Yeah, again, says the guy who's always eating steak and pizza.
And cookies. Don't forget cookies.
Oh yes, can't forget cookies. He makes
And ice cream.
makes a batch of cookies and eats them all by himself.
Don't forget the ice cream.
It's all in moderation.
And then
Had a
tells
good
Rick,
salad last night.
then tell Rick to eat a salad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's telling Rick to eat salads, and he's eating steak, pizza, and cookies for crying out loud.
Don't do as I do. Do as I say.
And he's eating fast food. Then everybody heard him say he had Arby's.
I was stuck out of town, man. Didn't get home till like 10. Come on. And it wasn't me. It was the lady that was freaking out for food because some other guy had to show up with Arby's, and then she was like, "Oh," and I was like, "Oh, damn it, can't start."
Likely story.
Shit, she's small enough.
Likely story. I mean, it's not like I've met your lady or anything.
She'd probably out eat you. It's a weird combo when you see the plates get delivered at the restaurant. She's got the burger. You got to stand up and squish down to eat.
Oh, I don't doubt it at all. The smaller you are, the more you can eat because your stomach has more room to expand. That's why you see all those little Japanese guys. That's why you see all those little Japanese guys winning the all-you-can-eat contests because they're so tiny. Their stomach has a lot more room to expand. That's not being constricted. That's a scientific fact, by the way, folks. The smaller you are, the more you can eat.
Just thought she had a hollow weight.
Yeah, that might be a possibility too. That's what my mother always used to tell me. You got a whole leg or something? And I'd put away like a whole pizza in there, but I'm not talking small pizzas. I'm talking like the 16 cut Sicilian, and they couldn't believe it.
Old school pizzas.
Yeah, the old school. One day on pizza day when we went to the private school, which was always Friday, when we went to the private Christian school, they bet that I couldn't eat 2 of those. I won the bet. Put away 2 16-cut pepperoni Sicilian pizzas. This would have been like when I was 12, I think. You can't eat 2 of those.
They say gluttony is a sin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well,
that's what we're doing it, bud. I know it's a bet, so it's all right.
Yeah, we were betting. The best
Don't
part,
do that shit every day.
the best part, Rob, the school was in the basement of the church. Not only were we betting on church property, it was also gluttony. we broke 2 cardinal sins right there, right?
Eating. That doesn't shock me. I'm familiar with a church that had a bar in the basement, so.
Oh yeah,
I don't know how they work that, but
you go to any of the Catholic, the hell do they call them? Where the priests live? The house that the priests all live in. They all have wet bars in them. In the city, at least the ones in the city of Pittsburgh did. I was in quite a few of them because from when I was in Cub Scouts and then when I was in junior RTC, and we would do things with the Catholic Church and stuff because of the Catholic charities.
Are they allowed to have wives, priests?
No, Catholic priests. No, Catholic priests can't have wives.
They can't.
No.
All right. Well, they need the liquor. Come on.
But yeah, it's.
Actually, that might be what gets them in trouble. Is that alcohol?
Yeah, right.
I don't know.
Uh-huh. And you got like the Protestant churches, at least the ones we went to, they were using like grape juice in place of wine for communion. Catholics are using regular old wine. Gary says it's the
grape juice and crackers or something.
Yeah,
they look like Thin Mints. I can't
like,
think of what they're called.
Yeah, they're little holy wafers. They're like a Nico wafer size kind of thing.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Not Thin Mints. Yeah, like wrapped in the wax paper, all the different pastel colors. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Similar to that.
Yeah, they're like a little white Nico wafer with a cross on them. Yeah. The Catholics soak theirs in wine, but in the Protestant churches, you get a little cup of grape juice, not grapefruit. Anyway, Gary, did I already mention Gary's directory? The house that the priest lives in was directory. That's okay. So yeah. Anyway, go ahead.
I was just wondering if back in the day they used to put like LSD on those tabs for everybody who would like really get into it and throw them all their money and all that stuff. So
okay.
Good night, Bobby. Yeah, churches did a lot of weird shit back in the day.
Do you know who Hoyt Axton was? The father from Gremlins, the movie Gremlins, the one that played the dad on that, the inventor. He was.
I don't recall. I remember Gremlins, but I don't remember the
one that played
the whole thing.
Yeah, the one that played the main character's dad. Anyway, he was also a country musician, and he would tell stories in concert. And he has a story on one of his albums where he's talking about how he's driving down the road and somebody threw a baggie out the window of their car and it had these little things that looked like little religious wafers, and he just got high as a kite because they went down his throat. They weren't religious wafers.
Yeah. You didn't notice that cop pulling that dude over?
Hey, wasn't his name like Fred Thomas or something like that?
Who?
The guy who played the father.
Oh no, that was Hoyt Axton.
Oh, all right. I'm thinking about somebody else then.
Yeah, Fred Thomas Thomas. I don't know anybody named Fred Thomas. Fred Dalton Thompson was the one that was an actor. He ran for president. He was the one that played the captain of the aircraft, or the admiral on the aircraft carrier in Hunt for Red October, and would later go on to be the district attorney on Law and Order. Yeah. Anyway.
Seen that John something Bones or whatever, that MMA fighter from New York. He was famous for a while. I don't know if he's in prison yet or what, but seen him get in a car wreck and hop out of the car like a madman and go throw shit in the bushes and then try to hide in the bushes. But, you know, you're a big black dude on the side of the road. Everybody just seen you run in there. But
yeah, that's not going to work too well.
Like you're not really hiding. So he ended up coming back out, but, you know, lighter than when he went in. So I don't know. I don't know how that all worked out, but obviously I wasn't staying to stick around. But I hear he got in some trouble and all types of stuff. But this was a few years back.
Yeah. DJ Play Nice says Eastern Orthodox allows marriage in the Catholics. Yeah, but most of the time when people are talking Catholic, they're talking Roman Catholic, DJ. So yeah, but the Roman Catholics, they don't allow marriage. Now, I've known some Byzantine that said that the Byzantine Catholics, they're like the Eastern Orthodox, and that they do. But I've never met an Byzantine priest personally that was married. So I don't know if they actually do or not in the Byzantine portion of the Catholic Church. But I know the Romans, that's a no-no with the Roman Catholic Church. So we'll got that clarified up. Yeah, DJ says Doc Ellis threw no-hitter on LSD. Yeah, apparently a baseball game once, Doc Ellis, who was a pitcher for the Pittsburgh Pirates, threw a no-hitter when he was on LSD. So, yeah, being from Pittsburgh, that's a new one to me. I actually never heard that one before. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying I never heard that story before, but that's a crazy one. Throw a no-hitter when you're tripping on LSD? How the hell do you know where to throw the ball? Holy Christ.
Trying to throw it over the rainbow.
Yeah, right. He's trying to hit the little froggy that's behind home plate. Anyway, what the hell was I going to say? Oh, yeah. But time to get out of here, so we will bid you all adieu for this evening, and we will catch you next week. Go over and watch Midnight Range with the closer if you want to. I mean, you don't have to. Nobody's going to force you, but, you know, it's something to do, I guess. He should probably already be started.
Yeah, you do.
Now, where the hell do I turn this thing off? Oh, right there. So, bye-bye.
Push the button.
I did.